Regina, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et nor mortis nostrae. Amen. Maria sede sapientiae, ora pro nobis. Sancte Boniface, ora pro nobis. Patris Filii Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Thank you for having me back again this year. It's wonderful to see you. I wish I could have been here with Brother Francis and all of you, and to hear Bob Bohm speak yesterday. Look forward to getting his tape. I'm recently coming from the Special Operations Command. Perhaps some of my talk today, where I hope to challenge you, as I always do, also rooted in reality and the context of what our nation is perhaps on the threshold of, as well as currently involved in a certain kind of war, at least by executive declaration. I'm involved with our Special Operations Command. Of course, our people are at risk in many places. There are very many grave things going on, and what we see in our country now might be exacerbated very greatly by what happens over the next couple of months. And I pray that some things, by the mercy of God, will be forestalled, to include things for the larger war in the Middle East, not just in Iraq, but other regime removals. I wish we had more time to root some of these things in our question and answer session, which, unlike the Notre Dame conference, we never have here a panel, but it would be very good to root some of the things we're trying to deal with in our conference, and Brother Anthony and Mary asked me to do, with what things are going on today, so that we can really be rooted in actuality and yet take intimate analogies from history that will be truly inspiring and encouraging for us. And when I was asked by Brother Anthony Mary to reflect on the saint that I might speak about this year, since we spoke of others before, including St. Helena or St. Helena, I prefer to pronounce it St. Helena, even through some of the great novels, as of Evelyn Waugh and others I've spoken at before, I wanted to root the talk this year on discussion of an extraordinary man, St. Boniface, often called der Apostel der Deutschen, the apostle of the Germans. I find that many people do not know very much about him, and the more you know about him, and especially because we have certain intimate remnants of his writings, the more he leads us to wonder and to bring together what St. Thomas always talked about in his word Ordo et Mysterium, about our sense of creation and createdness. There's an order, an intelligible order that's knowable, accessible, and purposive, but also there's a surrounding circumambient mystery, the mysterium, Ordo et Mysterium. And the more you read what we have from St. Boniface in his life, as some of you will remember, is roughly from 675 until 755 AD. And that interval, since it covers even the time of dealing with Charles Martel, Charles the Hammer, and defeating the Saracens between Poitiers and Tours in 732, St. Boniface was with him before and worked with him afterwards and had his patronage. So I want to create the context at that time, the context of disorder then. We certainly have a context of disorder today, but also context helps establish meaning and helps preserve meaning. And the things I hope to suggest to you today will lead us to a deeper appreciation of a very extraordinary man. And also I'm going to bring some very special women into this.